Alright, so this has been sitting for about 10, maybe 15 minutes, so you can see now that the wash that I've used is really dried up, and you can see it kind of looks a bit weird. It's a little bit grey, and that's how that looks up here as well. So it looks all of a mess right now, so we're going to clean that up using a Q-tip, which I'm going to, excuse me whilst I move the camera, which I'm going to just dip a bit of water into and then dry it up. It doesn't need to be too wet, remember, otherwise we're going to take everything off, which is not what we want. And this is the bit where you get the satisfaction, really, because it's all looking a bit messy, especially, like here, it's not even meant to be there, but, it just comes right off. So, I hope now you can see the whole purpose of doing this and not being too careful. So I'm really going about this in a very, very light and gentle manner, because I'm literally using no force at all. I'm kind of like just resting the Q-tip and just brushing across with no force. So, because same thing with the post shading, is kind of, you don't want to go too much, because if you go too little, you can always do a little bit more to get to your effect that you want. But if you do too much in the first place, then of course you've got nothing else to take off, and that's not the way to do it. So you want to do as little as you can, even if you think you're not quite doing enough, and just slowly take it off. So, and eventually you'll get to the desired level of the desired level of your pre-shading. Sorry, not pre-shading, of your panel lining. So I'm just going to go about this a little bit quicker, because just then I was literally looking into the camera. So there's not a lot to this, really. It's just, as easy as it seems. So the important thing is getting the mix right in the first place, where it flows into the gaps, and of course that you can take it off without messing with the base paint. So in this case, remember, I'm using a water-based solution mixed in with some clay, and what this means is it allows me to use just water to take off the panel wash, and of course the paint layer underneath, which is also water-based acrylic, but since it's dried, it doesn't really have an effect, and also it's got the gloss coat protecting it, remember. So that's how that looks, and remember, this is more or less the remember, up here there's no paint, so that's why it looks as bare as it is, but you don't see that. And then over on this side is where you actually see the paint. So I'm just going to take a little bit more off, and this will be a good area to show you how it looks once panel lined. So that's it, really. And the way I like doing things is I don't like it being dead, what's the word, kind of clinical. I like mine to look a little bit more kind of like, if you look in military modelling, then they have their things a bit more sort of natural looking and grimy, so I don't like it when it's just dead clear cut, and the panel's perfectly in the middle, the panel lining is perfectly even and all that. So I don't mind a bit of unevenness here and there, just to give it a bit more of a natural look. And I approach my airbrushing in the same way as well. So here you can hope you can see, you can easily take off the excess just with because of this red paint is so glossy that it just comes right off. So you struggle to appreciate how light that I'm actually doing this. So if I did this with any, sorry, I'm not even in camera there, if I did this with any kind of force, I'd take the whole thing right off. So literally I'm going about this in a very, very gentle manner. So what about this stuff here that looks horrible? So let's just give this a quick go. So I hope you can see, hope this is coming across on camera, how easy this is to take off. So this might be a bit tricky for me because I can't quite see exactly what's going on, but we'll give this a go. So I might have to do this bit again, but I'm not too sure. But it's not too bad, it's just a little bit thick in this area here. Alright, so that's not perfect. I'll probably go back and redo a little bit more, you know, after I've shot this video so I can see what I'm doing better, but that's basically the general premise. So I'll just show you quickly on this part here, just to clean up the edges around that. And again on this side. And actually, without me doing much, I hope you can see that this middle bit where the paint's actually run in, sorry, the wash has run in really deep, has really blackened that up. But outside, I haven't even cleaned this yet, but you can see, well, you probably can't see that there's actually just a very thin layer now, so I probably don't need to do much with that. I'm just going to leave it as it is. And with the hands, same thing. There's really not a lot to do. I mean, it's gone into and darkened up some of the areas that I want it to, and the light film that's covered the hands, you know, is fine as it is. So I pretty much probably not here though, so let's just take care of that. So that's something we need to do. So hopefully you can see this coming off. And now what's left is the bit that's in between the joints, and that is really all there is to it. So this is probably the area that shows it off the best. So actually there's a little bit here that I failed to get rid of, so let's just do that now. Right there. So that is pretty much it. So once again, just to give you an idea on the finished article, then this is where I've spent a bit more time. So you can see I've put them all across here, all along here, and the way you do the ridges would be like on here, and yeah, so that is it. That concludes this part, so I'll see you in the next video. So thanks again for watching.